expenses. This is a clear violation of financial regulation. The audit uncovered another egregious violation, the double payment of daily travel expense or expenses amounting to 354,360 pesos. SNSU officials and employee claimed reimbursements for meals and lodging expenses already covered by the university during Board of Regents meetings. These practice resulted in unnecessary and excessive use of public funds, which is again another violation. Double claims contravene Section 4 of PD number 1445 and Executive Order number 77, rendering these expenditures disallowable in audit. Although the excess amounts were eventually returned, the practice of double claiming is indicative of grave misconduct on the part of SNSU's administration. The role of President Gamboa as the head of SNSU is directly responsible for ensuring that the university adheres to financial regulations and maintains transparency in its financial dealings. The widespread irregularities ranging from mishandled cash advances and misclassified funds to unauthorized expenditures and double payments reveal a clear failure on his part to fulfill his duties in compliance with PD 1445 and the related COA regulations. The financial management, Mr. Chair, Your Honors, under President Gamboa's leadership at SNSU reflects severe lapses in governance and accountability. These actions not only violate financial regulations but also jeopardize the public's trust in the institution. To restore credibility and ensure effective management of public funds, immediate corrective actions must be implemented. This includes holding President Gamboa and other responsible officers accountable, instituting stricter financial controls, and reforming the university's governance to prevent further lapses. Only through such measures, Mr. Chair, can SNSU begin to rebuild its financial integrity and fulfill its mandate as a public educational institution. So, thank you, Mr. Chair, for that short summary. I believe that
we will now proceed to the interpellation
from
our members. If there is any, we will recognize the interpellators on the first to register basis. So, okay. The first to interpellate is the Honorable Robert East Barbers. Please proceed.
Thank you again, Mr. Chair. Isa hong pinupunto natin dito sa investigation nating ginawa ay tanungin ang legality of President Gamboa's third term as president. I understand that Dr. Gamboa was appointed as president of the Surigao State College of Technology in 2016. His first term expired in 2020. Kasi 4 years lamang po ang isang term, no? And he was subsequently reappointed for a second term which was to last until January 2024. However, Mr. Chair, nung naipasa po yung Republic Act 10600, the law creating Surigao State University, Surigao del Norte State University, si Dr. Gamboa was once again appointed as president. This time, under na po ng SNSU from Surigao State College of Technology, and hanggang 2020, supposedly hanggang 2024. But Ms. Dr. Gamboa was resigned last year, no? Now that he is now the president under SNSU, supposedly for another year, 4-year term beginning in 2022 and ending in 2026. This effectively constitutes a third term as president of the university. I'd like to ask our current president of the university, Madam President Rowena Plando, given your former role as the board secretary and now the SNSU's current president, do you believe that Dr. Gamboa's appointment to a third term as president of a state university is legally compliant with the limitations set by existing laws and CHED guidelines? Tama po ba na siya po ay na-extend for another third term?
Mr. Chair, and to the honorable members of the committee, good morning. Based on Republic Act 10600 as well as RA 11010, yes po.
Yes.
Yes po.
So legal yung kanyang, did you know that the law clearly provides that the term of the university president is only limited to 2 4-year terms, meaning a total of 8-year term, 8-year presidency. Maximum of 8 years. Ito, let me read to you the revised RRR of Republic Act 8292, which provides that a person appointed as a SUC president after Republic Act 8292 took effect may only serve for 2 terms consisting of 4 years each. Ang tanong ko po, ang third term na po niya yon. The law clearly says maximum of 8 years or 2 terms of 4 years each. So, again, I'd like to ask you, legal ba yung kanyang third term or hindi? Just to give you another guideline, Madam President, meron pong opinion ang DOJ noong August of 2021. DOJ Opinion number 25, series of 2021. Upon the expiration of the 2 terms of the SUC President, the position shall be deemed automatically vacated. Para lang po for your reference.
Mr. Chair, I would like to cite
Ma'am,
Section 1.
pakilakasan po ninyo.
Okay. Mr. Chair and the honorable members of the committee, allow me to cite Section 1 of RA 11010 relative to the term of office of the university president. As amended, accordingly, Section 1 of Section 9 of Republic Act 10600 is amended to read as follows. The university president shall be headed by a president who shall render full-time service and who shall be appointed by the board subject to the guidelines, qualification standards set by the board upon recommendation of a duly constituted search committee. The university president shall have a term of 4 years and shall be eligible for reappointment for another term, provided that in order to effect a smooth transition to a state university, the incumbent president of SSCT shall serve as the first president of the university.
Yes, that is very clear in the provision of Section 1 of RA 11010. Ang tanong po, hindi pa ho expired yung kanyang term bilang presidente ng Surigao State College of Agriculture and Technology, ay inelect nyo na siya ulit. Meaning, the term of the SSCT president has not yet expired, and yet you called for an election. The law does not say that you will have to call for an election to elect a new president. Kaya nga nakalagay sa provision ng Section 9, sinasabi doon na that in order to effect a smooth transition to a state university, kasi nga from Surigao State College to Surigao del Norte State University, nakalagay po dito that the incumbent president of the SSCT shall serve as the first president of the university. Nowhere in the provisions of this section did it say that you will have to elect. Kasi kapag inelect mo siya, he will have a fresh new term of 4 years. Given that he has already served 2 years, ang ibig bang sabihin, lalampas siya ng 4 na taon. Lalampas siya ng 4 na taon. So kung in totality, makikita mo, una, hindi ka naman dapat nagpatawag ng eleksyon. Pangalawa, binigyan mo siya, inelect nyo siya, binigyan nyo siya ng another 4 years, which violated the provision naman nung section 13 ng RA 8292. So, mukhang meron kang hindi naintindihan dito, Madam President. Mukhang you are finding justification that the election of President Gamboa for his third term is legal.
Mr. Chair, allow me to speak. It was the Board of Regents on August 8, 2022 was issued the resolution number 133, series of 2022, approving the appointment of Dr. Gamboa as the first university president of SNSU. And based on records, SSCT was converted into a university after compliance with all CHED requirements on June 7. So the reappointment of Dr. Gamboa as SSCT president.
Madam President, if I may, if I may. Hindi, ang sinasabi ho dito, automatic, the President will, in order to effect a smooth transition, automatic naman po siyang presidente. There is no need for you, the Board of Regents, to elect a new president. Diba? I would ask for the indulgence of the chair and the honorable members that yung sagot ni Madam President Plando is irrelevant dito sa tanong ko. So, but you know, it seems that you will have to stick to your narrative. I will not belabor that point anymore. Anyway, I believe that the committee will find that there was a clear violation on this particular section. So, in order to save time, Mr. Chairman and honorable colleagues, let me go to another question. Madam President, I have an information that the Surigao del Norte State University is in the process of establishing an extension campus in another province, specifically our neighbor, the province of Dinagat, Dinagat Islands. Can you confirm if this information is accurate?
Mr. Chair and the honorable members of the committee, there was a proposal regarding the establishment of Dinagat extension classes. Yes, Mr. Chair.
So,
but then it was not yet subject to compliance of all the requirements of CHED.
Oh, teka muna. Thank you for that
a
answer.
proposal only po,
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
May I ask the CHED, Dr. Agrupis, good morning po ulit. Is the establishment of an extension campus by a state university in a province, in this case, Surigao del Norte, other than where it was originally chartered, allowed under existing laws and CHED regulations? Pwede po ba na maglagay ng extension campus?
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Chairperson, and the Honorable...
The Honorable Chairperson is recognized.
Yeah, sorry for that. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, thank you for this opportunity. Again, this is my second time to stand and give the position of CHED. Regarding the establishment of Extension Campus, there are detailed guidelines to follow. But the existing problems to many state university and colleges is that they started with extension classes. Under the guidelines of the Commission on Higher Education, extension classes is only allowed for 1 year and can be justified for another year. And when we define extension classes, it is just an extension for extraordinary situation. The faculty and all the curriculum is attached to the main campus. But that is only allowed for 1 year and can be under extreme, condition or justification. It can be allowed until 2 years. Now, we allow that the Commission on Higher Education on a different situation. the extension classes can be converted to extension campus. But when we mean extension campus already, there is now a clear definition. It exists like an independent campus, which means that it has its own organizational structure, it has its own faculty, it has its own laboratory and facilities, and the sustainability of the degree program is justified by the presence of takers. So, dun po kami. So, for that case, I am not yet familiar with that, honorable members of the committee. I'm not yet familiar with that. Correct me if I'm wrong, if it has passed through the BOR already, but definitely, if it comes to the table, it will always be subject to the existing guidelines and policies of CHED.
So, in other words, ma'am, it is allowed only on certain extreme situations or conditions, no? So, hindi siya talagang permanent na campus, no? Kasi I am of the impression that Surigao del Norte State University is within the province of Surigao del Norte, because once you put up another campus in another province, it will no longer be called Surigao del Norte. Diba? And considering also that I think in Dinagat, there is an existing college known as Don Ecleo Memorial College. So, that's why I'm quite confused. I'd like to ask guidelines from CHED kung ito ba ay pinapayagan. Kasi hindi na po Surigao del Norte ang tawag dyan kapag nilipat niyo po na ibang probinsya yan. So, in line with the same question, ma'am, there is a plan, I believe, no, na magkaroon ng Municipality of Claver Extension College, no? Is this also allowed under the law creating the SNSU? So, Madam President Plando, is this allowed under the law creating? Is there any provision in the law creating SNSU that allows, or would it necessitate a legislation?
Mr. Chair and the honorable members of the committee,
Madam President, you are recognized.
For if it is allowed, it's only an extension classes, and it is up to the Board of Regents if this will be approved, subject to the compliance of the CHED requirements. But then we will have to review first our RA as well as 10600 and 11010 if there is or are provisions regarding the same.
So as we speak, hindi niyo po alam kung kailangan po ba ng legislation ito. Would it necessitate a legislation?
For establishment of campus, Mr. Chair, yes, there is a need for legislation, but then I believe for extension classes, wala po. But then we have still to review, Mr. Chair, on the provisions under RA 10600.
Paano ang diyan? Halimbawa, paano ang faculty? Paano ang MOOE ng extension campus na yun? Kung if it is not included in the budget, do you have enough and sufficient funds to be able to extend or to create another extension campus?
Mr. Chair, this will be extension classes will be an extension of the city campus, and so the faculty as well as other personnel will be in the city campus will be given subjects for the extension classes of the
What about the facilities? Meron bang facilities?
Mr. Chair, we will not allow the establishment of extension classes in the Nagat Islands if there will be no sufficient
in Claver.
Oh, in Claver? Oh. Okay, so for Claver campus, Mr. Chair, there will be legislation, and we will ask the legislative for the
Who will you ask?
Congress for the creation or to author
And
the
which congressman will you ask?
district. Congressman Barbers.
The location
District
of the
2.
said university.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So that's very clear. Sige,
Mr. Chair?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, may I be allowed? Mr. Chair, may I be permitted?
Yes,
Yes.
Madam President,
This
recognized.
this Clover campus, they are proposing, it was already brought to my table. But considering the offering, I went pala sa Surigao del Norte and went around the campus, and I see the necessity of the program they are proposing: agriculture, fishery, and marine biology. But I said, you present to the board, approve in principle, subject to the provision of feasibility study. Feasibility study should contain the need of the province, the potential takers, the sustainability of the takers in the next 5 years, the presence of faculty, the presence of funding. So wala pa doon, sir, ang Clover. So sabi ko, provide the approval in principle that the board have given to SNSU is not a ticket to create a campus. But it is a ticket for the university to go now with the feasibility study, and they will come back to us. Okay. If the feasibility warrants the creation of the campus as determined by board, then we will be able to recommend to whoever legislator that indeed there is a need to create a campus. Mr. Chair, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. That's now very clear. In fact, I'm quite happy, knowing that there is a plan to create extension campus outside of the main campus. Kasi nga po, malaki ang probinsya at marami pong mga estudyante na nahihirapan bumiyahe ng pagkalayo-layo. Imagine, if you're from the municipality of Claver and you want to study in the Surigao del Norte State University, it will take you about 1 hour and a half to be able to arrive at the campus. Kaya nga, magandang plano po ito. But in addition to that, I'd like also to take advantage of the fact that since we will be creating extension campus and adding more courses to be included in the university, I believe there is also a need to include maybe perhaps nursing courses, kasi po marami pong mga nurses. Perhaps also mining engineers, knowing that the Caraga region, specifically Surigao del Norte, is a mining province. We may probably include mining geologists or mga mining engineers or whatever it would take to be able to help our constituents. Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, we noted that.
Salamat. Salamat po. So, may I know lang, Madam President, when did you assume your office as President of the SNSU?
Mr. Chair, I assumed office on February 11, 2025.
Feb 11, okay. Are you aware of certain videos that circulated online which featured scenes filmed within the facilities of SNSU, apparently used as part of a campaign propaganda by a local candidate during the recent May 12 elections in Surigao del Norte? Are you aware of that? Ginamit po ang inyong campus, ginamit po ang inyong faculty, ginamit po ang inyong estudyante promoting a certain candidate. Are you aware of that?
Mr. Chair, I was made aware upon the video was flooding in the Facebook account.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Chair, may I?
I'd like to ask the indulgence of the members to please bear with me. Can I show the short video?
Yes, please.
So may I ask the Committee Secretariat to please show the video. Ito ay nakakagulat dahil ginamit po ang state resources ng isang kandidato, which is a clear election offense.
Are these students of the SNSU? I know how it happened. Sugod pa ng 2010, nag-file ng balaod nun si Kung Lalo para i-integrate ang Siargao National College in Science and Technology sa mga colleges ng Surigao del Norte. Is she also the member of the faculty? Sa technology sa Surigao City, Clever, sa Nagmalimunan, sanan ang Surigao del Norte College of Agriculture ng mainit. Ini naaprubahan ang 2013 na nahimo na Republic Act 10600 or 10600 na mugla ang Surigao del Norte State University. Si Kung Lalo Matugas ang kuman nagtawag na offer ng charter ng SNSU. Si Kung Lalo! Hindi mo siya galing maghimo universidad. Tatawa ang taghin kumani Kung Lalo. Grabe niya dyan na effort pa mong busy sa kongreso. Isa pa, grabe niya dyan na pagpanigamot. Matumat ini. Tawa? Success! Si May Magtuo. Kuman, grabe na parang nakanap ng trabaho. Sana nakakuha ng itungod, graduate ng State University. O diba? Bira lamang, diri sa isla ng Siargao, pati na sa probinsya ng Surigao del Norte. Ligasiya inini ko, ang pagka-universidad ng SNSU, ilaing makapadadyo ng kabaladyaw na agi ko ng OG ang nagsugod ng kalambuhay sa Siargao. Okay, thank you. May I ask the President, ayun pa pala yun, no? Atong iboto. Meron pa isa? Ano ibig sabihin ng OG? Ayan, this is inside the gym of the SNSU. Your Honors. So,
May I know ano ibig sabihin ng OG? If there's anyone from Surigao, no? So, after viewing the video, can you confirm, Madam President Plando, whether the location in the video is indeed the SNSU campus?
Mr. Chair, upon someone informed me on the video that is flooding on the internet, on the promotional video, I would like to emphasize that we then acted on it with urgency.
No, I'm just asking,
Mr.
Madam
Chair,
President.
Mr. Chair. Congressman Akop, you're recognized.
I remind Madam President that she should answer the question of the Honorable Barbers directly. Huwag po kayong umiwas. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Please answer the question of Honorable Barbers directly, Madam President.
Mr. Chair, the venue was not in our campus.
The venue where
The classroom.
So, ano yung nakalagay
on
na SNSU
classroom
doon?
and the video.
Should better be sure with your answer, Madam President,
In
because
the promotional video.
the evidence speaks for itself. Baka nakakalimutan mo, nakita mo yung video. So,
May I remind the resource person that you are under oath, ma'am. So better answer honestly and truthfully.
now, if I may continue, Your Honor.
Please
Mr.
continue,
Chair.
Congressman Barbers.
Now, as president of the university, it is incumbent upon you to exercise general supervision of all the facilities,